Welcome everybody to a game called Night Runners. This is specifically Night Runners Prologue. It's a demo for a game, and this game caught my eye as I was watching Pat Stares at Beat the Backlog, and so here I am making a video of it. I played a bit of this game on my own and whatnot, and this game's a nice vibe. So I'm gonna make sure. I honestly just feel like this game. I think this game is really good. And I want to be able to show it off to whoever decides to come by and watch this. Sold them all. There's a shoebox in the garage with enough cash inside for a used car. Yeah, shit. I gotta go. I'll see you around. Alright. Pick up get the money. The money is mine. Go to the computer, go to the used car auction. So one of the big things about this game is like the setting is supposed to be like 1990s to like 2007 Japan. That is kind of the general vibe of this. That's the era that, you know, this game is supposed to be kind of taking place in. Kind of making you want to turn back time to the good old days. Alright. So we got our lineup of cars. 89, Sanus, Leviza? Fuel tank, alright, manual. VIN plate doesn't match. Fuel tank, significant oil leak. License plate linked with a local crime organization. Ooh. Doesn't seem to be anything wrong with this car. Tank's almost empty. Nothing wrong with this one. Strong smell of cigarettes. License plate doesn't match. Ooh, blue. Alright. Thankfully, we can actually view the vehicles and whatnot. So... yeah, they're all gonna have inline 4s with turbos on them. But, yeah, even though they're not gonna have, this is basically just a Nissan. So you got the 200, got the 18. I think the only difference between the two is on the 200. Yeah, you got a little hood scoop and a little extra down by the bumpers. You basically just have a little extra stuff on the 200 aside from the 18. Engine misfire. Tank almost empty. I might like this one because I might like the paint color. But then this one's got... hold on, let me take a look at the blue on this one. I might go with this one for the blue. Not as... It's a bit more of a lighter blue than what I would like. It's a bit more darker. So I might go with this. I might go with this one. Automatic. Oh, it's automatic, and that's a... That actually might be easier, because playing this, if you get a manual, you actually have to manually shift the vehicle with... For me, it's X and B, because I'm using a Switch Pro controller, but you actually have to manually shift into each gear, and even manually shift into reverse. If you just, like, right trigger is gas, but left trigger is just the brake. It isn't brake and then it automatically shifts into reverse. You have to manually shift in reverse. So I might go with the automatic just for the sake of more easiness, but I also kind of want to show off I might want to show off that a little bit. Screw it. I'll get this one. It's the only blue one here. I do like the color blue. I can show off manual. There's nothing really wrong with this. This car is manual transmission. This cannot be changed. That's fine. New car added to garage. Alright. Sure you want to leave? Yes, I can't afford anything else. Alright. So now I've got the car. Oh, this thing needs an oil change. 202. Yeah, change the oil. This game has a lot of nice detail for, like, customization and whatnot, even if it isn't available. Okay, the engine light's yellow. That's not really good. Yeah, the customization is kind of crazy. Buy parts. So yeah, we got headlights. 25 different headlights. And some of them are good are better because the weight gives less weight. But I'm gonna try not to spend too much time here, because I think initially when I first did this, going through each and every one of these, looking at these, it took me like 45 minutes to an hour. But yeah, there's a this is just a demo, and this is just for customization of the vehicle. Not the biggest fan of this, I'll admit. Just like taking out the front bumper in general, but I mean, if you're someone who likes that, then more power to you. 72 to be fair, 72 different bumpers, but just like you have the style, and then you just, you know, have more. I'm not actually sure what those are called on the bumper that helps give more downforce. I'm pretty sure that's what those are for. Make it more sleek. I can't say I'm a too heavy of a car guy. I've had my own project car ever since I was 16, and working hard to save up money and whatnot to complete it. Oh boy. Yeah, no, by the time of my birthday, it's going to be about 10 years I've had that car and had it as a project. Oh, man. Time sure flies. I'll get her done one day. If anybody's wondering what type of car I have I've got a 1964 Chevy Corvair that I've lovingly had since I was 16. Gotta appreciate that the other options are just hood clips, which I'll admit I'm not the biggest fan of hood clips, but you know, to each their own. Side mirrors. I do not like those. I don't like those types of mirrors. Like if... I actually like the stock mirrors. The side skirts... Sorry if I'm going a little too fast for everyone, I just don't want to waste too much time here. Got the rear bumper. 64 different rear bumpers. Yeah, I would mostly say, like, one of the biggest things about that catch my attention with this game is, like, how much customization there are. I mean, who doesn't like, you know, customizing their own ride and whatnot? Or have wanted to. Well, I've kind of almost always said if my current daily driver lasts me long enough, you know, I might tear it apart and do some custom work to it myself. Get some custom work done to it, but... I'm not... Oh yeah, the rear lights. I'm not overly attached to my daily driver. I just get freaking trunk clips. Now, I'll admit this is cool, but it's the way that my thinking with this is like I would prefer to have the space in the back instead of, you know, cutting that out to make it sleeker. The spoilers, okay. I do kind of wish, you know... Oh yeah. I can just hit the shoulder button to kind of get more of a free camera. Oh man. A little bit of gas building up in me. But I can't move through the different the different customization stuff if I'm in the view mode. I kind of like that. That's pretty neat. I do that kind of fits a bit. Exhaust. I'm more of a fan of dual pipes instead of single pipes. Just have... Not... to be fair, this is supposed to be a street racing car, but I'm more thinking of practicality. Like, that looks cool and whatnot, but man, backing up, trying to get into a tight spot somewhere that you need to back up into, I'll admit, I think that's pretty neat. Got the heart shapes. I actually kind of like that. The heart-shaped exhaust. That seems like... Seems kind of silly. Roof spoilers. Doors. Which is just standard or carbon fiber. And that is just for the exterior. Okay, exterior front end swap. Just you can swap front ends. Oh, wait, whoops. Whoop. Buy parts. So, front end swap. That means you can swap the front ends on different vehicles. If you have two vehicles, I think you can swap front ends on them. Yeah, you have interiors. You get subwoofers. You can strip the floor. I don't like that. Fully stripped. Like I said, for a race car, for a racing car, yeah, and then race specs, yeah. Making a race car is like, yeah, that makes sense, but it's like, no, I like having my carpet. You can get different floor mats. You can change up the dash. Get dash with mat. steering wheel. Racing steering wheels. Heart-shaped. So that's so unnecessary. That's why I like that. You can just get gauges as well. It's crazy the amount of stuff that you can get. Freaking gauges on the dash. You can swap out the radio. Or put gauges on the radio, or, yeah, aftermarket. Side, but you can just fill the car up with gauges. Steering column gauges. Change the gear shift. I'll admit that is kind of cool, having the hilt of a katana as manual shifter. Oh, whoops. I was not done yet. There were still other things for me to do there. My mistake. Gear shift. Handbrake. Drift button, e-brake. Oh yeah, no, also drifting in this game is interesting because, hitting left bumper engages, the handbrake, but it isn't a case of you let go of the button, it disengages the handbrake. You tap it, you engage it, you tap it again, you disengage it. So while you're driving, I'll say driving with a manual is probably the most difficult thing in this game, because, like, you have to like keep in mind to hit a button to upshift, hit a button to downshift, tap a button to engage the handbrake, tap it again to disengage, while also doing the turns and holding gas and whatnot. So just racing seats for the different. Oh yeah, there's a page for the driver's seat and the passenger seat, so it's the same thing. And then you have the rear seat, which is just stripped. You put that on it, or you just take it out. Or you put that on it. The door just... And then finally, roll cage. Because what racing car isn't complete without a roll cage? Alright, that does it for the interior. Then you have wheels. You got the different rims. Then you actually have, you know, different tires, which helps with the handling. Semi-slicks, straight to drags. God, the handling. Just the drop in handling. Oh, they're about the same as the budget tires, which is what the car's, I think, currently equipped with. Because, yeah, you go to street tires, it ups the handling. Then here comes the actual upgrading portion of the game. Getting the different engine parts. Exhaust manifold, intake manifold, the intercooler, radiator, spark plugs, the turbo, fuel system, the engine block itself. To be fair, it's all kind of the same. It's like you got stock, street, circuit, prototype. The engine head, the pistons, oil cooling, ECU, NOS, the transmission. Got short You got short geared and long geared. Or short and long ratio. Yeah. You actually have to buy the individual parts for this vehicle, basically. That's kind of insane. I don't know too many racing games that really go into that much depth of you need to upgrade your spark plugs. Do I also need to upgrade the wires, spark plug wires too? Engine forced induction. That's unavailable. So I'm assuming engine forced induction. I'm assuming that's like you either switch between turbo or supercharger. I'm thinking. Handling. Oh yeah. Buy handling parts. Buy brakes, control arms, the coilovers, sway bar, rear sway bar, the differential, and the steering knuckle. I do appreciate that they have in parentheses for drift, so if you really want to make a drifty a car that you can really drift around with, those are the parts for you to get. Engine swap is not available in the Prologue, but engine swap. This makes me think, is there going to be a part in this game where I can just buy crate engines? Or do I have to swap engines from different vehicles, specifically? Because this is supposed to be like an inline 4. Does that mean I can get a V8 and swap an inline 4 for a V8? Of course I'd say V8. Yeah. You got all... Then you got the paint. Yeah, I ain't worried about that. You can change the rims. Hold on. Saturation. Just change up the color of the rims to whatever you're liking. Oh yeah, the front and the rear rims can be painted differently. And then secondary paint. Literally just like under the hood and I think like in the interior? Maybe not. Oh yeah, no. You can see it on the inside of the door there. Livery! Unlock livery editor for 50. And then extras. Neon. You can get underglow. You can get interior underglow lights. You can get scissor doors. I ain't the biggest fan of scissor doors, but you know what? On the right car, it might look kick-ass. Number plate. You can get glow-in-the-dark number plate. So yeah, that's everything, I think. Yep, that's everything. That's just the customization alone is a bit crazy in this game. And just straight upgrading is like you really have to get every single part upgraded in this vehicle. It's not just simple. Like in probably like in something like a Need for Speed or The Crew, where just number go up, but there's a lot to it, which I like. I think that's awesome. Alright. Yep. We got a street race for the local Yakuza. Because our buddy here is in debt with them. And now we have a betting loan. Don't plan on it. You are now in debt. Debt cash is only for betting. Repay your debt by winning races. If you lose this cash, your car will be taken as payment. Yep, go there for a wager race. There we go. Doesn't really tell you right off the bat, but you hit left on the D-pad, that brings up GPS. Up is your phone. And yeah, you can turn on your hazard lights. Down is like car options, like turning off the engine and whatnot. You also have fuel to worry about. Kind of. If you run low, it quickly gives you a menu. What else? Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, man. Hitting down is to shift up. So for me, hitting B on my Switch Pro controller, which is the basically the lowest button out of A, B, X, Y, is to shift up, and X, which is on the top, shifts down. That's a little confusing for me. And there's the handbrake. Right bumper has me look behind. And, alright. There's just a map. Oh. Whoops. I can request fast travel, so the other question marks around are more for time trial stuff, or there's toll booths to where that have record speeds that you can try and break. Basically, just get through this area at certain speed or fastest speed. For the time trials, it's literally just like, look for a beacon in the sky and hope you know the roads. So I'm not going to really show off the time trials, because like it doesn't even show up on your GPS where you got to go, and I would wish the game would do that. Like it does for setting this. Or, I don't even think I can look it up on the map. Hold on, I need to... Why is it set to 0? Oh, that's interesting. So, if I do that... I don't know, the game seems a little loud in my ears. But yeah, if I don't shift with the manual, it just stays in that gear. Oops, I need this up. If I don't shift down, then yeah, I'm not going to have a whole lot of acceleration power. And it's a 5-speed. Oh yeah, because this is a Japan, the setting is in Japan, the speedometer is set for kilometers instead of miles, which thankfully the GPS actually shows like the miles per hour. What? Oh, that's, oh, clicking in the right stick turns my headlights on and off. I know there's a button for... Oh yeah, hitting up while the GPS is up changes the, I guess, field of zoom on the GPS. Don't remember what button was to change the camera. Because I kind of wanted to be a little bit closer, but I don't know. The faster you go, the camera kind of like zooms out a bit, so it gets kind of harder to notice the vehicles. G Company territory. Earnings and record. Call other racers to race. Beware of high rep racers. Choose racers with rep close to yours. Open phone to view your rep. So my rep is nothing, and that's my betting cash. One thing I have on my own, I did clear my debt, and basically when that gets done, is like once you pull out again, it's like you're offered a loan, basically another betting loan. So it's not a bad thing to keep taking the loan out, at least until in this game you get and earn enough money to be more self-sufficient with betting against people. But as long as you have the loan and the debt, it takes a chunk out, so you're not earning as much money from the races. But with it being specifically betting money, if you lose, you have a bit of a buffer. But if you lose all that money, then yeah, you're kind of screwed. Okay. 99, 200 horsepower, mine's 202. 280. Kimoto Spectra. Sia? Okay, so looking at like the symbol of the back of the car is like, okay, this is supposed to be like Toyota. So technically not real car manufacturers, but if you know vehicles enough, then you can kind of spot it. So it looks like my two options are a person that's obviously going to kick my ass, more not just because of higher rep, but a higher horsepower car, or someone who is like 2 horsepower under me, who I might actually have more of a chance against. Well, Daisuke it is. Oh, that's a nice how do you do. Oh yeah, if you take too much time to accept the offer, you lose rep. And the screen actually shakes a bit because, like, oh, you're nervous. And yeah, if you take too long to you have basically, I think, almost infinite time to answer it, but if you don't answer it within that window, you lose a bit of rep because, like, oh, you're nervous, you're scared. You're not as brave as you think, and it makes you look bad. Makes you look like a wuss in front of everybody. Alright, here we go. Time to race. I will say it kind of sucks not having the GPS up when I need it. And yeah, the faster you go, like, it kind of gets a little bit difficult to notice ahead of you. And it's kind of important to make sure you don't crash into other vehicles. So it isn't as simple as just hold the gas and go. Or it isn't like for like Need for Speed or The Crew where it's like the race courses are clear. It's like, no, you are street racing. You have pedestrians to worry about, and thankfully this game's nice enough to where, you know, you crash into something, you don't really damage vehicles, but you lose speed like a son of a gun. I will say another nice thing about, you know, manual shifting in this game, though you have to actually manually shift through the gears, you don't have to press another button to push in the clutch. That would be an interesting option, though. To, like, opt into actually having to press another button to press in the clutch. Oh, shit. Damn it. Okay, it's a good thing I got a lot of... I didn't notice that I had to go this way. And thankfully holding, like... Oh, it turned me around. God, you gotta be kidding me. Thankfully I can just... You can restart a race, but it costs money to do so. And it costs your personal money, not your betting money. God dang it. Well, at least I could show that off. I hate it when it does that. It's like, it does... There will... A thing on the screen will tell you to hit right on the D-pad to reset you. And it's like, oh, cool, it'll reset me where I need to be to keep going forward. No, it just turns you around. Like, if you crash or spin out on the side, that's just an easier way to straighten yourself out on the track. It doesn't reset you on the course. You screw up, you screw up. You either have to have the money to reset the rate, to pay for the cost of resetting the race, or you accept the loss. So, the game's a little bit hardcore about that. I would say it's not as forgiving if you screw up. So... Okay, I think clicking in the left stick was to change the camera. But yeah, it's not always a good thing to reset the races, and sometimes it's better to take the loss, because you lose... If you lose all your money, then you don't have money to upgrade your vehicles. Or to buy other vehicles, but I think I could go... You can go back to the auction, but I don't think you can buy anything more in the demo. It's more so you pick what you can get in the first auction, and that's what you're stuck with for the game. But yeah, the faster you go, the harder it is to kind of see see what's coming ahead of you. So... Kind of like in real life a little bit. It's a little harder to react when you're going to stuff when you're going 200 miles an hour. I'm gonna keep her in fourth gear. Another neat thing is another thing that I like is like your distance tracker from your opponent is phone signal, and if you're far enough away, it's just signal lost. But that honestly just means you don't know how ahead or behind your opponent is. Ah, yes, son of a gun. See, now it says D-pad reset. Nope, I need first gear. And sometimes it's a little hard to tell, like, which side the vehicle is. These pedestrian vehicles are on the road. And then stuff like that happens. So, as I said, it's not as simple. I wouldn't say this is the simplest racing game out there. This is fairly in-depth, and I kind of like it. I like it quite a bit. Yeah, you don't have easy drifting around turns and whatnot, so if you're someone who likes games like Need for Speed or The Crew, those types of racing games and want something with a bit more depth and challenge to it, this would definitely be your game. This would absolutely be your game. If you wanted a racing game with a bit more depth and challenge to it. And there does seem to be a bit of a story in this game, but this is just a demo, so there isn't too much to it. But I hope that, because there's supposed to be multiple gangs, but this being a demo prologue, you've only got the one gang. But you also have just other stuff you can do around during the night. You can see, yeah, here you see the race bet, and then how much was taken out for the betting debt. But there's also a side bet cut you get, and so my total is 118,000 yen. And funnily enough, there are bosses in this game, because playing this on my own for, I think, what was it, 4 hours? Yeah, I unlocked the boss. And I'm surprised I actually was able to win it. The internal path is clear. Okay, yep. Can fast travel for either money or rep. Reputation multiplier. Not really too concerned about the reputation multiplier that much. It's more so the money, because the money get the upgrades and the customization. But sometimes it'll cost money. And you also have like a certain amount of time, because you're running in the night, because the game is called Night Runners. You're doing races at night. But yeah, the game also tracks like your win-lose ratios. As I said, it isn't the end of really the end of the world if you lose and whatnot, but also, you know, if you got the money for resetting, why not? Honestly, the game tells you like, oh, be careful. It's okay to race racers that are closer to your own personal rep. To me, I look at how much horsepower the person's vehicle has. Like, okay, 280 horsepower. That's gonna kick my butt. That's gonna outrun me. It's like, if I can't get my vehicle around like 280, or for this one, 310, yeah, I'm gonna just get my butt handed to me. So it also tells you what type of race what type of race it is. So that's a drag race, which I'm probably gonna lose, and then that's a standard race, going from one place to another. I'll race Daisuke again, try to get some more money. You're lucky it's a manual. Yeah, because manuals are badass. Currently, you're the only one that I am confident enough to race. But I never really did the drag race, so I should probably check that out. I'm probably gonna obviously lose, but who knows? I might get lucky. But at the very least, I want to get some upgrades for the vehicle. At least get, like, well, tires help the handling it, so tires wouldn't really help me that much. Yeah, 6 hours remain. You can only do so much in a lot of time before you have to go back to the garage and wait for the next day. So that also makes me wonder if you can get loans where you only have a certain amount of days to get either a certain amount of cash or clear the debt in a certain amount of days. I wouldn't be against that in this game, honestly, but because it kind of put the pressure on you. But that being said, it kind of puts the pressure on you. Shift Oh, why am I not shifting up? I'm stuck in third. Oh, I have my... I was like, why am I not shifting up? It's like, I pulled my phone out. It's like, what? It's like, I thought I put the GPS up, but no, I put the phone up, so it was like, why am I stuck in third gear? Alright, going 126 mile an hour, 203. Oh yeah, I think I said 200 mile an hour. Sorry. I live in America. I use mile per hour, not kilometers per hour. So I'm doing 200 kilometers. So yeah, seems like 126 is my current top speed. It's also really cool. Ooh, the rumble on my controller, like when I pass by a vehicle, like depending on which side it is, like there's a slight rumble for when I'm like flying by. That's actually really cool. That's actually really cool attention to detail. Like the rumble on my controller. Like it wasn't a heavy rumble, but just like, I don't know. Having like a slight rumble when I pass by the vehicle, and depending on the side of my car, which I passed was the side of my controller that I felt the rumble on. That's actually really cool. I didn't notice that when I first played. So yeah, even though my overall total is like over 5 million yen, my spending is a lot less, because, you know, that loan's supposed to be more of like a buffer for losing. Don't know if losing actually adds on to the debt. I think you just lose the money, and the money is there is just a buffer until, you know, you can earn enough. Buddy, I was nowhere near you. Double or nothing rematch. Sure. It's kind of cool that this is a thing that can happen in the game, is that, like, people you challenge can, like, dude, no, that wasn't fair. I want to race you again. Double or nothing. I kind of like that. I think this is mainly scripted for the prologue here, but it kind of shows, like, okay, this is something that can happen while you're doing runs and racing. Make sure I got the brake in, because you can accidentally launch beforehand, and it kind of... and you lose... I think you just lose rep. Okay, get GPS up. And just smoke them. The music in this game is really good. It really helps the vibe of this game, I think. Oh, shit, nope. Nope. Alright. Thought that truck was on the left side, not the right. Yeah, it gets a little difficult sometimes and hard to react. you know, going 126 mile an hour. But so far, I am clear ahead of me. That is until that happens. Thank God. As much of in-depth this game is, oh yeah, I forgot, on the top of the screen you also have your rear view mirror, so you can kind of see your opponent behind you and whatnot. So the funny thing is, you can actually look behind you and kind of block your enemy, your opponent, if you're in front of them. You can also crash into them and have them try to wipe them out and whatnot. Because, you know, thankfully, you know, vehicles don't really take damage in this game. Wait, what? He got... Wait a minute. Something doesn't seem right here. He got less of a time than me, and I won. That doesn't seem right. Okay. Alright. I'd also like to imagine that this game having, like, if you have a high enough rep with one gang, getting rep with a different gang is gonna be tougher. Or you have less rep. Alright, my car's at like half a tank. Oh no. Oh yeah, here's a refuel. And you can choose which octane you want to use. So, if you go for the higher octane... Okay, so that's how much I have for spending money. Map. I want to do one more race. Request fast travel. I could drive there myself, but especially if it just costs rep multiplier, it's fine for me to fast travel. And it's kind of cool that it's like for fast travel you send out a text. Alright. Who all do I have to race here? Drag race. Okay, you know what? I may have actually be able to do a drag race I can actually win. Yep. Now you want a loop race. And that's drag. Yeah, 470 horsepower. How much rep do I have? Yeah, but still 470 horsepower. Yeah, no. Nope, nada. Cool, at least I get to try out a drag race. Just milking this dude for money. As long as he doesn't want to do a double or nothing, I just want to do the drag race with him, then probably head back for some upgrades. Or... Oh! Dude just gonna straight up refuse? Alright, dude, straight up refusing. Okay, is there anybody else? Wasn't there somebody else I wanted to drag race? Right, 470 horsepower, that's gonna absolutely kick my ass. Ooh, that 470, I don't want to risk it. But fuck it. Let's try it. I'm gonna lose this. Yep, you sure are. Whew. I'm gonna lose this so hard. Oh boy. And it's a drag race, so it's just a straight shot. With a vehicle that beats me by 268 horsepower. Because my car's got 202. Ah, 1 out of 3, so it's a best of 3. Good to know. Tire temp. Okay. Cool. So, tire temperature is something that you have to take into account. Cool. Don't tell me I'm gonna actually beat him. Alright, as long as I dodge vehicles and whatnot, I should be able to. But it is a best of 3. There's no way. Aside from him having a bad launch, he should have smoked me. Okay. Can I try heating up my tires again? Because, you know, a nice tutorial on how to heat up the tires would be nice. Did I need to have my handbrake on, or... Okay, here we go. So if I sit and wait, does it tell me? Or do I... Oh, no. No, it just... Okay. Yeah, don't know if, you know, developers of this game are ever going to watch this video, but, a little tutorial on on what I gotta do there would be a little helpful. Bad launch again. Man, once I get going with this sucker... I really gotta make sure to pay attention, because this is all or nothing. Because it's best of 3, so if I win this, I win the race. And it's like, okay. I shouldn't, but... Okay, cool. I was not expecting to beat that. He should have... Maybe, I don't know if it's just because this is the demo prologue or whatever, but no, he should have smoked me. Bad launcher, no, he should have caught up at some, like, even towards the tail end. The fact that the time says, like, 2 minutes, and mine was, like, 34 seconds. No, he should have been, like, right on my ass. It should not have taken him 2 minutes and 16 seconds to reach that finish line. Legitimately, he should have smoked my ass. You know what? I'll take it. Screw it, I'll take it. I'll take that and run. Piece of shit dirty racer. It's not my fault that you should have smoked me, and you just didn't. Alright. Jump to the garage, yeah. I don't know if going to the garage now ends the day. I guess not. So, okay. Yeah, I've got some money I can put into some upgrades in the car and whatnot, but I don't want this video to be too long and whatnot. So I guess I won't worry about it too much. Thankfully, the game does save your progress, so I can exit out. Can I just? Oh, I can just go to sleep. I can just call it a night, or I can go back to the car auction. I don't think I have money to get anything, and I don't think I can get anything else in the prologue. I think I'm just stuck with the car that I've got, even if they have the same car. Well, it is also, yeah, it is still the first night, so of course they would have all the same vehicles. I think if I go to bed and go to the next day, I'll actually have some different vehicles. You have ended the night. It was a good night. Night rating C+. Alright, I forget that there's ratings. So, I don't know. I don't know if there's ever going to be a reason to really go to bed aside from just like, you know what? I had a good night. I want the car auction to refresh. I want, you know, people to refresh and whatnot at the you know, racing events, at the different gangs. That's the only thing I can think of. Because now it should have different vehicles in here. But I don't think I don't think I have the money for them. Yeah, here we go. Yep. And it's got a busted... So that's got inline 6. That's got a flat 6. 2.5 liter rear wheel. The fact that is like you have rear wheel, front wheel, and all wheels. Like, oh, I'm not sure what the grade 1.5 is though. And also, I guess I didn't look at it too much. Like, you also have like the odometers on them to kind of show how much mileage is on the engine. Yeah, car is not available in Prologue. I can look at this one because it's the exact same vehicle that I just have. Not available in Prologue. Not available in Prologue. Yeah, it's the only cars that are available are just the two that you can... Heavily modified engine. Can I look at it? Heavily modified. So you can get some with that are already have some upgrades in them. Ah, well, I didn't mean to buy the car. Okay, that's pretty neat. But yeah, this game is honestly, this game's good. I honestly can't wait for the full game to come out. I will say for the demo, I playing it on my own. I played it for like 4 hours, and this is just the demo of the game. I feel like I've barely scratched the surface of what this game's capable of. But to be fair, it's a prologue demo. So that's... I'll just say it, again, if you're somebody who is really likes the Need for Speed or the Crew style of racing gameplay, but you want something that's got a little bit more detail and depth, and has a little bit more challenge to it, I would say even just get this demo, wishlist Night Runners, and wait patiently for the full game to come out, because I love this. This is great. Only thing that I would really hope for and think of for this game is that the setting is in Japan, so you're gonna get a lot of Japanese cars like Nissan, Toyota, and whatnot. Ooh, get some Datsun. Well, no, I don't know if they would be able to get Datsuns because it's supposed to be the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s setting. So that'd be kind of too old for the time period. But it would be interesting to see if you can actually, like, from the car auctions, get what would technically be import cars for the setting of this game, like being able to get whatever they would call like Fords, Chevys, Dodges, get like American vehicles in here. But that's me being a musclehead. That's just me being an American musclehead. Alright. Aside from that, I honestly just can't wait for this game to come out, and I honestly am loving playing this game on my own time. So, thank you all for coming by to watch this. I really appreciate it. Y'all know the deal with the outro. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. If you like this game, go check out go play the prologue for yourself. Go wishlist Night Runners in Steam. This isn't sponsored, by the way. I'm just doing this because I think this game is great and want to, like, spread the word about it. It's kind of the same thing when I did the demo video for a bumpy ride. I kind of wanted to make a video on it to try and spread the word about it, because I think that and this are good games and deserve a good chance to be successful. So, until the next video, everybody, goodbye.